This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Centennial Bank Stadium in Jonesboro, home to the Red Wolves of Arkansas State. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns, taking on another team from the Sun Belt, the Arkansas State Red Wolves. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Ragin Cajuns will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's cross. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Arkansas State's offense will go on the attack first. And David, they've got a receiver that if he's able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Now, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense, and he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Bolitnikoff Award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking downfield, it's Rayner. Snagged in the middle, it's Rucker. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
How about that for this defense on the first drive? You want to come out, create some momentum, create some energy, create a negative play. They do just that. They force the INT. Not only that, got a little bit of return on it, little icing on the sundae to go with it. Great start for this defense.
Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking to throw on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
They're trying to get the receiver on a drag route and work him through all the bodies in traffic, but there's just too much happening. I don't think he saw the throw real well, and it falls incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Now the play fake. He's going to run it. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground, get what you can get, and live to play another day.
Here comes third and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Hauls it in. The change will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on third down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
Wants to throw. It's Winfield. Catch in the middle. It's Jensen. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Man, you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cajuns. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
And the Red Wolves in a good spot here with 2nd and short. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Dropping back, it's Rayner. He's got it. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
That was a 3rd down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on 3rd down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. The play action fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. Looking for more room. He's at the touchdown, Ragin Cajuns. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
That makes the score Louisiana 14, Arkansas State 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Back to pass, it's Rayner. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage. For the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. They'll run play action. Trying to burn this defensive back. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Sampson. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana in the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to throw, it's Winfield. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Louisiana! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this 1st half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? After that last completion, it's 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Red Wolves are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Brings breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Red Wolves have this offense rolling. Looking for room, it's Clay. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Red Wolves have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The give to the back. Runs through the tackle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through it. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Rayner. Makes the grab over the middle. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Red Wolves looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. He's got it on the move. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime, a chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got the tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Wants to keep it in the air. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Red Wolves! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They try to pop a run on the draw. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Sends it back in motion. Looking for a deep man. Brings it down on the right side. Touchdown, Cajuns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Lining up for the PAT.
On for the extra point.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
Arkansas State, 7.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The short hands, it's little. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Makes the grab. It's Cross. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. The linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The Red Wolves can really attack on this second and short. Looking for a man. It's Rayner. Fires to the big fella. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Red Wolves with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Finds a man on the left. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock.
And that's another Red Wolves.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. This is going to be a tough field goal try, 55 yards and from the left hash. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. That cuts the lead down to 28-10. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Jonesboro when that town is buzzing as it is today. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Centennial Bank Stadium.
The Red Wolves will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's open on the right. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking it.
Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
Out of bounds at the 43. Brings up second down.
The Ragin Cajuns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll try the run. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
2nd and short equals bow up, be physical, move a hole, get a gap, let my back fall forward. That back had nowhere to run, no push up front. Got to be more physical, Jesse, on those 2nd down and short situations.
So for that point, David, I think you got to stick with it if you're on offense. As a staff, challenge your guys to get some push up front. You've recruited this position really well. You need these guys to move some bodies because you've got a talented guy in the backfield that can hurt this defense if you just give him a crease.
And the Ragin Cajuns are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw, it's Winfield. With the catch, it's Williams. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Robertson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Touch pass on the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Winfield. Throwing right. It's caught. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sampson. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Trying play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jensen. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. Looking for the goal line. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's going to do it for the quarter, guys. Louisiana has the lead here. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here.
Arkansas State, 10.
One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He'll keep it on the sneak. Touchdown, Ragin Cajuns! And the punishment has been extended.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35 to 10. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. But you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
He lofted high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On target over the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Got his man downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
To throw, it's Rayner. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got it in the middle, it's Burris. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Rush is on him. Trying to escape and get it himself. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the 1st down. Now you got to keep it going.
And the Red Wolves will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Back to pass, it's Rayner. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Red Wolves! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. PAT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin' Cajun offense headed to the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming in this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Touchdown, Louisiana! And the route is on. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Dropping back, it's Rayner. Gets it out quickly. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
The Red Wolves come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Burris. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because you're confident.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
6 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down. Tonight's final score, Louisiana 42, Arkansas State 17.